When I was young, I'd listen to the radio, waiting for my favorite songs. When they played, I'd sing along. It made me smile.
Hey, it's Nate, and today I am doing Yesterday Once More by Carpenters. Like many Carpenters songs, it's a gorgeous piano ballad with lots of really cool jazzy chord changes in it. I think you're gonna love playing and singing it. Let's jump in. Okay, so first off, I recommend you get the chords and lyrics chart. There's a link down in the description, and that's gonna help you follow along and see where the chords and the lyrics line up with each other. Let's start out with the intro. Here it is. It's just one measure of E major. Gonna voice it like that. This is middle C here, so you get the octave, and I'm just doing B, E, and G sharp, 1, 3, 5, and it's just one measure. And right off the bat, let's do quarter notes in the right hand, so just playing on every count. So the intro would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And the singing actually starts as pickup notes in the intro. 1, 2, 3. When I was young, I'd listen. So then we're in the verse. Let's look at that verse. Here are the chords for that. There is a lot going on here, but it starts out with a measure of E. And so starting on the verse, I'm going to start adding left hand bass notes. So I've got my first finger on this E an octave lower. Young, I'd listen to the radio. So G sharp minor over D sharp. The only thing that needs to change in each hand is the E's need to step down to D sharps. Radio, waiting for my... So C sharp minor here, C sharp, E, and G sharp. Step down to my third finger there on the C sharp in the left hand. And just a little note, in this first verse here, they do on the second count of that, sus2, so you could use your second finger on the D sharp, like, for my favorite songs. So C sharp minor over B, only thing that changes is we have a B bass note. And actually, I'm going to, if I can remember, cross my left hand thumb under to hit that B bass note there, because that sets us up for where the left hand needs to go next. 2, 3. When they played, this is a little high for me. I'll sing it down an octave. Played, I'd sing along. So there we had this A major 7. I went to the A bass note, but the right hand stayed the same. C sharp minor with an A bass note is an A major 7. And then for this G sharp minor 7, we're stepping down to the G sharp in the left hand, and then B, D sharp, and F sharp in the right hand. This is also just a B major triad, and we are going to use that in a minute, so make note of that. Then we have this F sharp minor 7. You can do A, C sharp, and E in the right hand, an A major chord, while doing that F sharp bass note. Let me slowly play through that one more time. When I was young, I'd listen to the radio, waiting for my favorite songs. When they played, I'd sing along. It made me smile. Those were such happy... Okay, so we got to go over this kind of complicated thing here. There are simpler ways to do it, including what I'm going to show you. The second verse, it does something really simple. But at its core, we're going to hit this F sharp minor 7, and instead of just doing those quarter notes, we're going to play on count 1, and then the and after 2. So thinking in eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you can also throw in on the 4 and top 2 notes of the right hand chord, bottom note. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and... Okay, and then here's the tricky part. A slightly simpler way to do it is 1, 2 and 3, 4. So we've got this B in the right hand over D sharp. So that's the same B chord I pointed out earlier. And then we've got A over C sharp, A over B. So we're just doing an A major chord in the right hand for those last 2 hits. And the left hand is just stepping down D sharp, C sharp, B. Timing there is 1 and 2 and 3, 4. You can step back up to a B major chord on beat 4. Again, 1, 2, and 3, 4. And you want to make that first A hit really staccato. 1, 2, and 3, 4. There's a little bit more to it on the recording where on the beginning on the B chord, instead of just going, they go. So if you want to add that, you can voice that B chord with your 2nd, 3rd, and 5th finger, and then use your 1st finger to hit this F sharp, and that would be on the 1 and 2 and 3. Those were such happy times. So now we are in the 3rd line. It starts really similar to what it did before. So happy times and not so long ago, how I wondered where they'd... So I just want to point out here that we once again are going from C sharp minor, crossing our 1st finger under to that C sharp minor over B, but this time it's happening twice as fast. It's only 2 counts as C sharp minor before stepping down to the C sharp minor over B, and then the A major 7 there at the bottom of it. This measure's a bit of a doozy. It's going to sound like this. With it gone, but they're back again. So we've got just 2 counts of the A major 7. The little dash represents a 2nd count of it. So 1, 2. Then we've got this D sharp minor 7 flat 5. So coming all the way down to this D sharp bass note, super low, A, C sharp, and F sharp here, 1, 2, 5. And then to get to the G sharp 7, we're gonna come up to a G sharp bass note. You can use your 2nd finger there. And the only thing that needs to happen in the right hand is both of these bottom notes are gonna step down a half step. So G sharp and C, and you could just use 1 and 2, 1 and 2. If you wanna voice the D sharp in that chord, you totally can, but you don't need to. So, but there, and again, the timing there is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, last line here for the verses. But they're back again, just like a long lost friend. So for these 2 measures, we're gonna do a similar rhythm to what we talked about before, but it's just on the 1 and then the and after 2. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So C sharp minor over B. I did start doing octaves here. If you can't make the stretch, you can stick with single bass notes, maybe play an octave lower, but I'm doing that for more power here. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. When you get to the A major 7, of course the right hand stays the same. We're gonna come down to the A octaves, but you can kind of just resume the quarter notes there. Songs I love so. So for the F sharp minor 7, A, C sharp, E in the right hand, love so well, A over B. So still doing the same right hand, essentially A major triad that we were doing for the F sharp minor 7, but then the bass note changes to a B. That's a really awesome expectant sound that happens all throughout the song. And this is leading into the chorus here. And you got the 3 counts of A over B. That's what those dashes are. 1, 2, 3, 4, just stepping up to that B major chord. Best way to kind of figure out that timing is it is, like I said, leading into the chorus, and the last count of the A on count 3 is on Ev, and then the B chord is on Re for sha-la-la-la. So again, from the A major 7, and I forgot to point out that it's just 2 counts of A major 7, 2 counts of F sharp minor 7, so that's gonna be songs I love so well, every sha-la-la-la. Okay, so the chorus is next, but first I'm gonna do a slow sing through of that whole first verse. And just one more detail I'm going to add that's optional is adding some extra bass notes in the left hand on the and after 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. You don't have to do it every time, but it just kind of leads into the next chord. When I was young, I'd listen to the radio, waiting for my favorite song.
made me smile. Those were such happy times, and not so long ago. How I wondered where they'd gone, but they're back again, just like a long lost friend. All the songs I love so well, every shala. So that's going into the chorus. Okay, so here are the chords for the chorus. A lot of the same chords we've already done in the verse. Right off the bat in the chorus, I'm going to be playing octaves like we were at the end of the verse. I'm also going to sing an octave lower just because it's a little too high for my voice. We've got a measure of E to C sharp minor, and it just goes back and forth between those a few times. I'm just doing a little extra rhythm too, like 1, 2, and 3, and 4. You can just kind of throw in some eighth notes on the top octave with your first finger in between right hand hits if you want. Every sha la la la, every woe still shines. Na 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 na. I hear that strings melody. If you want to imply it a little bit, you can add just like an add 2 there on the D sharp. Every sing-a-ling-a-ling that they're starting to sing so fine. Okay, so on this F sharp minor 7, the measure starts with a few chord notes, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So here are the notes and counts for that. We're gonna play the F sharp octaves in the left hand on count 1 when we hit that measure. 1, 2, and then 3 and 4, and just stepping up, F sharp, G sharp, A, B. And actually that B is going to the B major chord that starts the next measure. It hits a eighth note early. It anticipates the next measure. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. And then we have this A over B, B on beats 3 and 4 of that measure. So fine, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. When they... Okay, now we've got this C sharp minor, and here we're going to go back to that 1, 2, and 3. Only difference is I'm also going to hit just the right hand on beat 4. Get to the part where he's breaking a heart. So C augmented here. We have some funky looking chords coming up, but really all that's going to happen is we're going to step the bottom note down chromatically. So C augmented is C, E, and G sharp. And then the E over B looks like that, with a B, E, G sharp. And when I get to that E over B, I'm going to resume the quarter note rhythm in the right hand, but just very lightly. Going to pull back the dynamics. Really make me cry. So A sharp, minor 7 flat 5, but again, it's just the same top notes as we had before. And that note just going to hold. Really make me cry, just like before. Okay, so E over B. We're doing that same E we've been doing with a B bass note. 2, 3, 4. A over B. It's happiness once more. E major 7. And you can do G sharp, B, and D sharp in the right hand, coming down to a low E bass note. Once more. There is this cool arpeggio there that I want to point out. This is totally optional. It's going to sound like this. Just like before. It's happiness. So we're going to climb up. You do that E major chord in the right hand on count 1, and then every eighth note thereafter, we're kind of just stepping up an arpeggio on that. So 1 and 2, and you can cross your thumb under to the B here. So B, E, G sharp, B, E, and then F sharp, G sharp, again, 4. The melody then goes to there, but it sounds like an overdub because you also hear that right hand chord. So I'm just gonna hop down to that A, like before. You could do it up here too if it's too big of a jump. It's happiness
once more. Then we have these two measures of E major 7 to A over B. Shoo-be-doo lang lang, 2, 3, looking back, and that would be going to the next verse. Final optional fancy thing you can do here at the end of the last chorus would sound like this. Shoo-be-doo lang lang. So that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and coming up B, E, F sharp, and that would hit on the and after 4 for that A over B chord. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. That's the last thing, is if you want to do some eighth notes on an A there, you do hear that there for a sec before it goes into the next verse. Let me do a sing through of that whole chorus. 1, 2, every, so pick up notes from the verse. Sha la la la, every woe, woe still shines. Every sing-a-ling-a-ling that they're starting to sing so fine. 2, 3, and 4, and 1. When they get to the part where he's breaking her heart, it can really make me cry, just like before. It's yesterday once more. Shoo-be-doo lang lang, looking back on how... Okay, so now we're on the second verse. Here's the chords for the second verse, and you'll notice it is almost identical to the first verse. The only difference really is that at the end of the second line, it's a little simpler than it was. But also, here's where there's a harp arpeggio on the recording that has this eighth note feel. If you want to capture that a little bit in your playing, which I think I will do, you could start doing this pattern instead of just doing the simple quarter note. Start going this rocking, where you do the top two notes and the bottom note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the good times that I had makes today seem rather sad. So much has changed. It was songs of... So we don't do that fancy rhythm we did. We just keep doing whatever we're doing. Then A for 2 counts. B, it was songs of love. And then, yeah, it's the same from there, just different words. After that, we've got the second chorus. Here's the chords for that. It looks just like the first chorus. The only difference is at the end of it, there's only once on the E major 7 to the A over B. And here's where I'm going to differ from the recording, because at the end of this, what happens is, just like before, it's yesterday once more. Every sha-la-la. It just loops back into the first part of the chorus, which you could totally do. It starts just doing the first 2 lines of the chorus over and over again, but fading out. And when you get into that, there's really no good place to end if you're not fading out. So I am just going to do it's yesterday once more and end it there on an E major chord. And I'm going to do a root position E major chord just so it sounds more final. So E, G sharp, and B. I'm just going to end it there and let it ring out, and then the song is over. All right, thank you for sticking with me. I am now going to do a full run through of the whole song so you can see how all the parts fit together. Just a note, I'm going to do a little bit of jumping up and down the octave with my singing just so it fits for my voice, but don't let that confuse you. This is the original key and you can sing it in her register the whole time if that works for you. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the bell so you know when I put out more videos like this one. Okay, here's my version of Yesterday Once More. When I was young, I'd listen to the radio, Those were such happy times, and not so long ago. How I wondered where they'd gone, but they're back again, just like a long lost friend. All the songs I love so well, every sha-la-la-la, every whoa still shines. Every shing-a-ling-a-ling that they're starting to sing so fine. When they get to the part where he's breaking a heart, it can really make me cry, just like before. It's yesterday once more. Shoo-be-doo-lang-lang. Looking back on how it was in years gone by, and the good times that I'd had, makes today seem rather sad. So much has changed. It was songs of love that I would sing to them, and I'd memorize each word. Those old melodies still sound so good to me as they melt the years away. Every sha-la-la-la, every whoa still shines. Every shing-a-ling-a-ling that they're starting to sing so fine. All my best memories come back clearly to me. Some can even make me cry, just like before. It's yesterday once more.